Here are my notes. My group today has been discussing smoother transitions into college for freshman students at Texas A&M. But I would specifically like to take a look at the transitioning into adulthood through self-authorship and learning accountability. The transition from high school senior to freshman in college is one of the biggest and most dramatic changes of a young person's life. For many Texas A&M and incoming freshmen, this common problem is one that many people have trouble finding solutions for it. It's not only important to prepare academically for one's time at this university, but also prepare in your adult life. I have had to personally understand this as I have just finished my freshman year. And even though transition can be difficult, in order to make this transition easier, freshman students should learn self-authorship and accountability. First, it is important to discuss the specific problems and data surrounding personal development of these incoming freshmen. Most incoming college students struggle with these drastic new changes. In a survey done by Inside Higher Education, 40% of the problems that college students have often relate to stress, anxiety, and loneliness. Most college students have spent the first 18 years of their life living at home and being taught by and supported by their parents. And now enrolled in college, they no longer have that to support them. Also, Texas A&M in College Station is in a small town, meaning most big cities are an hour plus away. That means most of our incoming freshmen and most of our current students have family that live an hour or states away from them, meaning that the normalcy of having someone in the room over is no longer a possibility for these students. And lastly, some students don't know the basic skills of taking care of themselves without their parents. Laundry, cleaning, setting schedules are all problems that have been seen to happen with incoming freshmen. But how do we solve this problem? Well, students now need to understand how to live a life of self-authorship and need to learn accountability. So what is self-authorship? In an academic journal written by Marcy Baxter Mongolia, it is explained that self-authorship is the one's ability to define their own beliefs, identity, and social relations. This is important because these students have never had this opportunity before or had this opportunity on their own. In the graph shown below by Nadia Morad, it can show that 58% of the population lives their life by saying that they are defined by their own relationships and they must follow all the rules given to them. But 35% of the population follow a self-authoring mindset, which means they have an identity and they know how to make their own choices. So what should these freshmen do to be self-authorship? Well, they need to take ownership of their own life, start practices that make effective adults, and understand how to make decisions. And lastly, know how to react to mistakes. So how does one show personal accountability? It is an important part of the transition from high school to college. Dr. Kendra Hunger, the Dean of Students at ASU's West Campus, in an interview said that the time for students at college is filled with personal development and is the most important part of college. She understands that the impact of responsibilities and decision-making is the most important thing a student can learn in college. And if they don't understand this, students could be at crucial risk of not succeeding academically and in their life as a whole. Now that these freshmen are no longer living at home, they need to learn how to parent themselves and take accountability for their own lives. They need to understand the impact of their responsibilities, practice decision-making, and they need to understand how to take care of themselves, clean up after themselves, do things that adults should do and that their parents have been helping with them. And now take those skills you learned as a child and put them in their own life. So, what do we do as Aggies? I ask our incoming freshmen that they follow these tips to live a successful life in college and for us all to support them. Texas A&M is one of the best universities in the United States, and they admit bright young students and produce strong effective leaders every single year. Many admitted freshmen get this unique opportunity. And with these skills we have listed, This will better prepare them for not only their time in college, but also their time in the real world. And lastly, I'd like to leave you with this statement. We are the Aggies. The Aggies are we. This line is not only a part of our war hymn, but also should be a part of the way of life as we support other students who are struggling and teach them how to live successful lives. Just because they are having to discover a new level of independence does not mean they have to do it alone. Thank you. Here are my citations and references.